Good afternoon, folks. Today we're checking out this beauty right here. This is the new Voyah Taishan 8X, a very interesting car for its price. You're going to be surprised. Sit back, get comfortable. Let's go. So my friends, the Chinese are breaking the ceiling again, and this time they're kicking it down. $53,000 for the top trim. Here we get a series hybrid, a 1.5 turbo with 150 horsepower. The engine doesn't drive the wheels, it just charges on the go. 2 electric motors, 516 horsepower, all-wheel drive with acceleration in 5.5 seconds. Up front, double wishbone. In the rear, multi-link triple-chamber air suspension, rear-wheel steering up to 8 degrees, and a 65 kilowatt-hour battery. Why are you smiling? Thinking about your Mercedes?
Man, I just can't believe it.
Don't throw me off. 65 kilowatt-hours, 370 kilometers on a single charge on the CLTC cycle. That's how CATL is progressing. Interesting story. The head of Volkswagen in China used to laugh at this series hybrid technology. Said it doesn't work, nobody needs it. Basically, the internal combustion engine is everything, and so on. In the end, Volkswagen rolls out the ID.9X era with this technology, and Xiang, the head of Li Auto, immediately posted a sharp comment. I don't remember it word for word, but something like, "So, you got cured too?" The Germans spent 100 years refining the engine to keep vibrations out of the cabin and the transmission to shift faster. Then a series hybrid comes along and basically says, I have zero vibration, none at all, and I don't have any delays whatsoever. It's essentially one gear pulling all the way to top speed, with instant torques from the start. All right, fair enough. I'm about to test it now. I'm almost there. There's a specific spot here where I need to do it without the camera, so I'll test it first, and then tell you about it later. Look at this door panel. Really nice. Honestly, I like it even more than in the bigger brother, the Taishan 9. Double glazed glass, and the panel is wrapped all the way down. For this price, the materials are amazing. Over here, you've got this rubber-like finish, similar to what they used in the Avatar. Remember that detail in the Avatar one too? They used the same idea here. Looks really good. Kind of a striped texture. Great materials. 29 Voyah sound speakers. Look what's going on here. They even added little lights inside the handle to make opening the doors more fun. Automatic doors 1, automatic doors 2. And by the way, I want you to take a look. If the electronic door release doesn't work, you can open it manually with this motion. If they cheaped out on the wheels on the Denza N8, that's not the case here. Look, everything's done properly. So here we've got Pirelli P0, 275 by 45, 22-inch front and rear, ventilated disc brakes all around. And these lights, same style as on the bigger Taishan. Nice touch. I like it. Looks good to me. Automatic running board. A long seat cushion. You can extend it quite a lot. And reach adjustment on the steering wheel. So, that's it? Is that really the maximum reach? Yeah, got it. Overall, no issues with knee room. 4 fingers of space, and it kind of feels like, wow, nice, right? A tall person can fit too. Fit, yes, but not comfortably. I'll explain why. The pedals are too close. They did a good job with knee room, no questions there, but I still need about 5 more centimeters toward me to really stretch my legs and sit like this. This way I can at least stretch them a bit, but still. Yeah, that's probably when I'm semi-reclined. Again, if you sit upright, then everything is fine. I really like the dashboard, a lot, but I'm not talking about the screens. If we just set them aside, simply because it's the trend now and everyone wants these screens, if we put them aside, then look at everything else. I really like it. This is that same rubber-like trim right here, with the striped pattern. Looks really interesting. The speaker here looks good. And what? Nothing even creaks? Everything's fine here. What about this screen? Yeah, this one a little bit. It's rock solid here. And here as well. Wow, that's impressive. Nice. And everything is wrapped here. And here as well. Pretty straightforward. 2 wireless charging spots. Actually, wait, hold on. Give me your phone. Yeah, it charges here. And here it doesn't charge. They've wrapped it in some nice fabric. There's even ventilation here. They don't say how many watts. 2 cup holders, and there's a fridge here. And a small space where you can toss things. Oh, what's this? So it's just a small shelf, kind of like a table. What's this here? Ah, okay. There's a hook for you. Right here is the driver monitoring camera. You can cover it if you want. And there's another camera here. It's magnetic. You can use it for video calls. The headliner is wrapped in a soft fabric. By the way, it's the same as in the Denza N series, the N8 and N9. It's cheaper than Alcantara, but more premium than regular fabric. All right, got it. Here. Yeah, here you can adjust the lighting, warm or cool tone. So, yeah, basically, this is a Huawei cockpit. It's their standard package. They sell it to car brands. And the brands just order everything as a complete turnkey solution, software included. That's how it works today. All right. Oh. Here you've got a glasses holder. Soft, nice fabric, magnetic. The screens are top quality, really sharp image. As for the speed, yeah, everything works fast. Yeah, everything's super smooth. Very high quality image. You already know about Huawei screens. I won't waste time on it. Yeah, the interior here is really solid. Look at this seat stitching. Pretty interesting. The side bolsters aren't adjustable, but at least it's there. The driver gets a small storage box wrapped in fabric. Everything here is fully covered, and your knee rests against soft leatherette. But this and this here are just bare plastic. And this part here is also wrapped in something soft. Down below, there's a rubber mat and charging ports. Up top, you've got 2 physical buttons for the sunshades, hazard lights, SOS, and the lights. All right, let's go. There's a lot to talk about here. You've got a sunshade. All right, what do I have here?
Ooh.
Nice. And what about here? Here we've got 2 tray tables we already know well. And there's a fridge. I've got a screen here, and it's actually a nice wide one too. So this car clearly gives you more than the Denza N8, and we remember BYD used to offer the most. But no, right now, Dongfeng is giving you the most, even more than the IM Motors LS9.
But how is that even possible financially? Honestly, I don't understand how they can offer all this for the money. I think it's probably not going to drive that well.
Well, it drives like the first Lixiang,
I just don't understand.
like the first Li 9. This is Dongfeng, a very old company. Feels like it's been around since Mao Zedong's times. They make their money from trucks, buses, military, and so on. They've got contracts, government contracts. So there's always steady income, and they don't really have to worry. And honestly, I think this might even be at a loss. I wouldn't be surprised if they're selling it at a loss. And not everything here is even their own. Look, the cockpit is Huawei. By the way, Voyah's sales keep growing, slowly but steadily gaining momentum. And of course, a car like this for the money can't help but surprise you. That's impressive. So, what's this here? Wow, there are charging spots. This one has ventilation, and this one doesn't. So the main captain, as usual, is on the right. I can recline this far back. Pretty deep, actually. And I can even move forward like this. Holy moly. Alex, do you remember the hook at GLS?
I'm still in shock.
Look, there we go. It's metal, and it slides out automatically with a button. On the GLS, it's just a cheap plastic piece sticking out. And look how cool this is here. And here's another hook. Not just a simple one either. Look, there are even 2 buttons here. And if you paid $53,000 and don't feel like reaching over to close the door by hand, you just press this button and it closes smoothly. Front and back, Massage, ventilation, and heating. I've turned on the massage. Let's try it. No, it's not on the level of the Zeekr 8X or 9X, and not the IM Motors LS9 either. Damn, and I can even slide further back. Just look at this seating position. And imagine you're being driven in this position. Honestly, for $53,000, this is serious luxury. The only thing missing, and to really frame that statement, is genuine leather on the dashboard, the door panels, and basically everywhere you can put it. That's what it's missing. All right, now this is interesting. Looks like I've got some kind of massage here. Oh, I've got calf massage. All right, got it. Guys, we should have started with this seat from the very beginning. In this particular seat, the massage isn't basic like in the others. You've got calf massage plus the seat and back, and it's actually quite strong, easily on the level of the Zeekr 9X, maybe even close to the IM Motors LS9. Yeah, sitting right here in this spot, you honestly don't even feel like getting out.
I've got a question. Listen, it's almost twice as cheap as the GLS with an interior spec like this. I mean, seriously, how the hell is that even possible? I honestly don't get it.
Well, you just arrived. You don't quite understand yet. You need to watch my previous videos. I talked about it there. The German economy, yeah, the GLS is built in the US, but that's not the point. They just can't produce at these prices. They simply can't. Here are all the components that go into the car, but everything is sourced in China, and it's all built by robots in factories. The logistics are completely different here, much cheaper. Everything is close together. A factory gets built, and top supplier companies quickly grow up around it. It's not a battle of engineers or individual car brands. This is a battle of entire economies. That's exactly why the head of Toyota is saying that if nothing changes, they won't survive like this. Can you imagine that? The best-selling brand, the one least interested in promoting Chinese cars. And they're saying this publicly. Recently, the head of Honda came back from China. If the head of Toyota is still hinting that they can fight back, the head of Honda has already raised his hands and said, "That's it, we're not going to catch up." Jim Farley from Ford said the same thing. Something like, if nothing changes, they'll just wipe us out. All right, let's check the screen. Oh, yeah, they saved here, you can tell. The screen itself is big, but it's not as vivid as in a gilevich.eng or the rear Huawei screens. That one is nice and vivid, but this one feels cheaper and simpler. The cup holders slide out like this. Look, in most cars this area is just cheap plastic, but here it's smooth and actually feels nice. Pretty cool. Look at this. Let's check what kind of cars are parked here. Stellato. BYD, another BYD, the Chang'an, the first gilevich.eng, the second gilevich.eng, a BMW, the third gilevich.eng, the fourth gilevich.eng. Toyota. What do we have here? Mega, Neo? By the way, that's a Neo ET9, but not mine. See, it has different wheels. Mine's not parked here. What's this one? BMW 5 Series. All right, that was just a quick run-through. People always ask what cars folks in China drive. So here we've got a huge trunk. Really huge. Makes sense. It's 5.2 meters long, a two-row car, that proper luxury for 5 people. And here we've got, look. There's another compartment as well. Here you can lower the suspension and control the seats. Let me show you. All right, look what's happening. Man, this is sweet. Alex, come here. Go on, hop in. Please, don't move. All right, that's good. Let's close it.
Man, this is unreal. This thing is going to take over the market.
Hold on, don't rush to say it. What about the other Chinese cars? The Germans will keep struggling. Yeah, your GLS is obviously going to see sales drop. And now Lixiang is about to roll out an updated lineup. Well, not bad. Yeah, the rear looks good too. I'll give you the mic. Since you're here today, tell us what it's like riding in the back.
It's soft, like in the GLS, but the GLS is quieter. Yeah, the sound insulation is better.
Is the soundproofing quieter? Yeah, I can tell too.
As for the steering, I don't know. That's more your part. The interior materials are great. Seating position, the comfort, but the GLS is quieter.
All right, got it, thanks. And what do we have here? Lixiang BYD. Look, they're charging right along the road here. I haven't seen that before. Huawei. Lixiang there and GAC. Another one, and one more Lixiang. While we were stopped at the light, another Lixiang pulled up. The head-up display is pretty advanced. You get the map and basically all the info you want. Well guys, this is probably the best hybrid crossover you can get for $53,000 right now, as of today. Because tomorrow, one of the competitors might roll out an even more interesting offer. And I wouldn't be surprised. They're evolving way too fast. For 4 years, I've been hearing that as soon as Beijing cuts subsidies, all the Chinese brands will collapse. And look what actually happened, the exact opposite. Starting January 1st this year, Beijing really did cut the subsidies. But then look at the numbers. Leapmotor sold a record number of cars in April, over 70,000, roughly 70% more than in April last year. Zeekr also posted a record April, up around 130% year over year. So instead of slowing down, they're actually accelerating. Voyah sold about 50% more than last year. Neo is up around 22%. And even Lixiang, which was struggling not that long ago, is still just barely up, even though the new L-Series hybrid lineup hasn't come out yet. And that's exactly why Toyota, Honda, and Ford are saying Chinese brands are an existential threat. All right, let's keep going. How does it drive? Like the first Li 9, the one I drove for a year. Very similar. Nice, soft suspension, and it's pretty dynamic for its size. But in terms of features, it's way more loaded than that first Li 9. And the regenerative braking is stronger. The only downside is the sound insulation is a bit weaker. By the way, I'll start bringing Alex along sometimes. Let him share his opinion from the back seat too. I'm usually driving, not sitting in the back, and sometimes it's actually harsher back there than up front. As for sound insulation, I'd say it's quieter than a Tesla and a Porsche, but not as quiet as the Taishan 9. What am I missing here? More side support. I'd skip some option and put that into the driver's seat at least. The steering is decent, pretty informative. But in sport mode, I'd want a bit more weight, and you can't adjust that. Fuel consumption is around 7 to 8 liters, same as the competitors. About 370 kilometers on the battery on the CLTC cycle. Cattle is working miracles. Overall, this car for $53,000 really surprised me. All right, that's it. We'll let the manager go. You know what else I want to say? I don't like the wheels. This flagship wheel design specifically, not my thing. I'd prefer something more subtle, and they do have other options. That's all for now, friends. Thank you for your attention. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. See you soon.